And welcome back to another onboarding video. This is probably the last one I'm going to record today, as I'm still quite recovering from being sick. So, uh, oh, hopefully the next one will look and feel a little bit better than the ones right now. But what we're going to do today is we're going to do what's called an obstacle inventory or create an obstacle playbook. So we're going to play a game. Name your demons because you can't beat what you don't see coming. So grab a notebook because right now we're going to create your obstacle encyclopedia or your obstacle playbook. And you're going to write down every single thing that has ever derailed you in a weight loss journey or any sort of health journey, any sort of journey at all in life, actually. You're going to write down every excuse that you've ever made, every crisis and sabotage that's ever knocked you off track. Work stress, sick kid, vacations, the scale went up. I don't have enough discipline. I'll start again on Monday, or a fear of failure, or all or nothing thinking, negative self talk, like I'll always be overweight, et cetera, et cetera. Right. Or I snack because I'm bored, or they're doing better than me, then so why bother? And if I don't see results, then I'm just going to end up feeling worse, or procrastination, any sort of things you can think about, both internal and external. Things like work deadlines, family pressures, social events, right? There was an open bar and that just called my name. Anything, anything that has ever you've ever used as a reason to not follow through on your commitment. Then we're going to start predicting this, right? So, holidays, work trips, flu season. What you need to do now is look ahead for the next 3 to 6 months. What holidays are there? What trips do you have planned? What work events do you have coming up? When you go to your mom's house for Christmas, does her pie tempt you? Right? Darker days in winter months, dark mornings, you hit the snooze button. You're tired. You're more drained. Social events, there's gonna be drinks there, right? Next day, you end up getting fast food. You need to sit down and write down and name every single one of them. Put a label on every single one of them because when you label your enemies, they lose half their power. Once you've labeled everything that could possibly get in the way, every single thing that could possibly derail you, we're then going to flip and move on. And we're going to create an if this, then that. This is the playbook. Earlier, I believe in the last module you watched, we talked about getting proactive. So now we're going to create a battle plan. If this, then that. We're creating the obstacles. And we're going to create a battle plan for every single threat. And so now, as these obstacles come up in your daily life, you're going to have a plan. You're going to have a loaded, pre planned counterattack. Right. So if your obstacle is work stress, and whenever you get stressed from work, you end up getting half fast food, your solution is in your desk drawer, have an emergency protein pack, nuts, jerky, whatever it is. Right. Sick kid usually equals skip workouts. Your solution is going to be a 5 minute nap time resistance band routine. Whatever it is, like whatever you can think of, every single obstacle that you can possibly imagine, you have that written out. And now you're going to go systematically, one by one, create a plan for each and every single one of them. Holiday parties, you're going to go and drink a protein shake before going to a holiday party. And then you're going to bring a veggie tray, right? So have a plan for every single obstacle that get in your way. Oh man, when I go grocery shopping, I end up buying like all the chips and I just end up devouring them all. Great. So what you're going to do is you're now going to have a protein shake and an apple before you go shopping every single time, period, the end. No negotiating, no talking yourself out of it. And this way you're going into it not as hungry, with some protein and fiber, some micronutrients. So you're just not as hungry. You're not going to be craving as much. You're now going to go and you're going to be a little bit more mindful and be a little bit more proactive in your approach. Have systems. Again, we're creating systems here. That's all this is we are having a system in place for when these obstacles show up. And so now what you're doing is you're creating this personal plug and play systems that you can plug in when these obstacles show up to help you navigate those situations so you come out the other side better. If this, then that. If obstacle, then solution. If my scale spikes up, then I'm going to check my progress photos. Or I'm going to set expectations before stepping on the scale. And this is how you go from always reacting in life to now you're ready. You're ready for when these things come at you. Rather than reacting emotionally and reacting in a way that doesn't serve you, you've already pre-planned. You've expected this. You knew this is coming, and you made a plan. Now it's time to execute on that plan. This is how you start being proactive. And if you stay ready, you never have to get ready. And look, every solution might not work the first time, and that's okay. Learn from the situation and adapt your solutions and try again. That's what being consistent is actually. That's what a healthy relationship actually looks like. It's not being perfect, but rather being adaptable. When life throws you curveballs, add that to the list of your obstacle playbook, learn from the solution, and adapt your solutions. Try again. So those are your piece of homework. Make a big list, write them down, attach this list to your fridge. Every obstacle that has ever gotten in your way, both internal, the things you rationalized, the sabotage behaviors you defended, that you created. Write them all down. Every friend or family that has ever made you feel like crap and that made you want to go and binge, write that down. Every single thing that has ever derailed you, that has ever convinced you to fall off plan, write those down, and then take the time to write down a solution to each and every one of those obstacles. What are you going to do when this shows up? If obstacle, then response. That's your homework today. So go ahead and write that down, and then on our next call, we're going to talk about it because I can't wait to dive into this. So, with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.